So the question I have is, if leadership actually listened, whether it's a GM, service manager, CEO, and you guys could tell them to pick one thing that would make the biggest difference, and you can only pick one, what would it be? Go ahead, Ford Boss.
What I've noticed since I've been in this business is one of the things that the technician want the most, besides just pay, is consistency. With your service manager, with your general manager, this is not just all in the manufacturer, it's consistency. And a lot of times they don't have that when they come to work. The consistency just isn't there. It's today, we're gonna follow the rules, but tomorrow, we're gonna let people get away with murder. The next day, we're going to kind of accept this and that, but the following day we're not. And it all comes down to management. It all comes down from the general manager to the vice president of the company, from the owner of the company, is what are you expecting? How involved are you in your business, and are the employees happy? So one of the things that even at the dealership that I'm at now, the technicians are really upset with the amount of consistency there. Why? Because they say,
Sure.
well, we don't have management consistency. It's today it matters, but tomorrow it doesn't. And why on a Monday? And this is maybe I'm going off the wrong way, but I'm trying to add something different here to it, and why technicians are upset with everything. Why on a Monday are we scheduling 17 appointments, but on a Friday we're pulling in 55 appointments? That is completely unacceptable. It should be flipped the other way around. You build up your workload in the front, and then towards the end of the week you start to taper off, and then you bring in your gravy work for your Saturday guys and stuff like that, where they don't have to die on warranty stuff. And the technicians consistently are like, look, this is ridiculous. Why do we have 17 cars appointments on Monday, but on Friday there's 55 cars? And we're not going to get to those 55 cars. We're actually going to get backed up. It's going to tick the customers off. We're going to look terrible, and all of our week is pretty much gone. And the guys on the weekends are now going to start picking up warranty work when they don't want warranty work on the weekends. They want the customer service, the maintenance stuff on the weekends. So there's the amount of consistency isn't there. It's just at most places it's just not there.
So the question is, do you think there's any way to rebuild trust between the older techs and leadership, or has it just gone too far for those older techs, like the one I was telling you about in the beginning of this?
And it's the same repeated rhetoric over and over and over again. And it's like, when are they ever going to follow through? When are they ever going to actually show appreciation to these older techs and pay them what they're worth, but also at the same time follow through with getting these younger guys to school and stuff like that? Because if you see, like, as a whole, like, if I picture myself standing back outside everybody in the shop and look at what's going on, it's a complete circus, because this dude's been here for 10 years. He has no certifications, almost no schooling. This guy's been here for 15 years. He has no schooling, no certification. These two guys over here have only been here for 5 or 6 years, and they've been to every single class that you can possibly go to, but yet they're all getting paid the same amount of money. And it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we treating people differently in the shop? Why are we not showing and following through with exactly what you say you're going to do with getting people off to training, making them more marketable? Just that shows me right there, if you put the time into me to get me out to school and stuff like that, get my certifications and stuff, you actually care about my knowledge and what I can offer the company. And then I can actually offer and make you more money by you doing those things. And one of the number one things that I see to rebuild trust, especially coming from senior techs, recommending other people come into this industry, aside from pay, is, are you actually putting time into me, or am I just here taking up a space?
So there's just so much talk about flat rate. I think the question is, if flat rate was never meant to be a pay plan, what do you think a fair pay plan for the system would be?
If your management's not making you feel like they want you there, or that they appreciate your work, chances are you really don't care about you're just there to collect a paycheck and get a certain amount of hours a week and be out. And a lot of most management, they're not doing that. They're not making you feel appreciated. They're not showing you based on pay, taking care of you. Are you giving me a guarantee when I come in the door? Because if you really want me here as an employee, you're going to make sure my stall is full. You're going to do what it takes to run the business appropriately. You're going to make sure my stall, I've got work lined up out there. I can at least clear an easy 40 hours a week, because that's what I'm here. Then guarantee me 40 hours. There should be no technician at a single dealership that doesn't have a guarantee of 40 hours. They're there 40 hours. They're expected to be there 40 hours. Even when there's no work, I'm told I got to be there at work present, but I'm flat rate? No. It doesn't work that way. If I'm
Yeah,
supposed to
lots of
be
snow
here in this
days.
building, right? Well,
Yeah.
then if that's the case, there needs to be across the board. If we're going to continue to use a flat rate system, which is the most ridiculous system there is out there, then you need to guarantee every technician that's in that dealership a 40-hour flat or a 40-hour guarantee, and they will guarantee and they will exceed that 40 hours and show you that they can do more than that if you just give them a chance and put the work in their hands. But if you're not doing that, then you're going to have a bunch of disgruntled, very unhappy technicians.
Thank you so much for being on here, and I really appreciate it.